Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna start this one a bit differently. There's still gonna be one more coming that's not gonna have this part because it's an older tutorial that I just re-uploaded. But this one, I want to start by actually explaining what we're doing first. So you can skip through this if you already know this, but also first, probably because this is a connection of the last visual novel tutorial, make sure to watch that first. But pretty much what we're doing is branching paths or other things you can use it for. So pretty much we got the text box here to start, and then two choices, usually on the side, sometimes in the middle of the screen, really just depends on the game. But pretty much these choices will lead to most likely other text, sometimes different reactions, sometimes different stories altogether. And then you can also use them for things like plus a certain stat, like plus strength in a fighting, or when you're training, plus charisma, things like that, plus affinity points, plus relationship points, whatever you're going for. And it's simple enough, but you could always add more to it. So I'll be giving you the basics of that, and then you can do whatever you want with it. I'll also leave the tutorial the tutorial template in the description so that you could use that and change it however you want as a starting point. But yeah, always make sure to watch the other video, and make sure to watch the other video first if you don't know how to make a basic visual novel. And let's get to it. Let's start. We could just name this little kitty. He will be the guy talking to us. So might as well just go go here, this position, just in case you want to move from anywhere to start. So this will just make him go there. Actually, I'll probably not go more in depth about actually explaining what each code does. And then we could do a basic text box. So text box. And it doesn't need to be anything much, of course, this is just a template. So we could just do that. There we go. We make it bigger. Yeah, that works. Blank. Let's see. Like picked. Let's first, before we figure out the position, we first want to figure out the size we want it. So let's see, 200. That could be good, but I feel like we might want to go 180. Actually, you know what? No, even easier. That's good for if you need to resize something. But so you can use that, but then you can also go here, which is just easier. Just take it, spread it to one side of the screen to the other. Because if you don't know how this box works, it's pretty much just the screen. So you could just get bigger, which we don't want it that big. A little bit lower. There we go. And then here. And then move from there. Maybe make it actually 200. There we go. See? And then of course we want to change a few more things. Here of course the quickest way to change position is move to the position you want. Get rid of this. And there. So now he will go right back to there. When we click this. And then if we want to go down to, well, of course we want to go back layer. You always put them in the back. And set the size to 200%. This is so that if we change anything later, it will start set up how it is now. And then same here. We want to change the size stays the same, so I'd say you don't need to, but I'll put this in here because it's a template. Set size to 100. You might want to though if you change the size at any time. And then go here, and then also because we're going to be changing costumes, we're going so we want to switch the costume to your default one or your starting one. And then from there, we don't need it to go front, we just need to do that. From there, now we can add the text to it. So we just need to add, we've already did this all in the last video, so I'm just going to go through this quickly. Might have done in more detail, it was a while ago, so I forget for sure. But here, we could just say, there we go. And of course, we need our options. So, we could make 2 quick boxes for that. Wait, no, we need fill to be, actually no, we could do that. Here. Now you could easily create a clone, but for the sake of this tutorial, because visual novels are some more of the simple side, I want to keep it simple. So we'll just create two sprites, one with one code, one with the other. Because if you create clones, it can get a little messy with the stuff. So we'll just keep it simple for now. So we'll do just choice one. Oh, and also whenever you're doing a sprite, make sure to center it so that it's easily. You can always offset it, but it's easier if you put it in the center so that these are the exact coordinates using for other things. And then we could just do where you just say hi back. I'll just put a red. Hi. And then option 2, where we can put this here. This can stay where it is. So of course, go here, go to the position, and then we could just duplicate this, go lower. Actually want to keep the X the same. So we go 135. I could just change that. And then like that. But we want to go to costumes and change this. You don't say anything. You just stare. Just stare. Watch. And we could do multiple things from that. So of course, when sprite is clicked, you first want to check the costume, because if we don't check the costume, then it will do this for every single thing, and we don't want to do it for every single thing. We just want it for this one thing. So do that. Same thing as the last one. Just quickly do if costume equals whichever costume you want. It's easier to do costume number than name, also because you might change the names. Costume number 1. Then you can actually change, or no, that's checking something else. You just broadcast a small message, or you could even do like there, but it's easier just broadcast. Let's do responded. Make sure they're clear so you know what you're doing. Responded, and then here if responded, you can do, and of course duplicate this. Just like this text, and then he just says nice to meet you. While then if you were to say choice 2, or no, this is choice 2, I put in the wrong one, but so here, oh yeah, you could duplicate them easily by, well, not duplicate it this way, but you could drag them over here to give it to a different thing if you didn't know that part. And so responded, you go here, we'll do that stuff later. First I'll show you here. So then if clicked, you can check if, of course, if it's the first sprite, or did I not drag it over? I'm just going to copy this. I'm not going to redo the whole thing. Here, broadcast responded, but we don't want to do that because then it will do the same thing. So we need to change it to, we could do no response. And that no response will do a different thing. So we could go here, costumes, let's go duplicate, let's do text 2.1. It's a small little reaction branch, it's not really anything major. He just says, okay then, I mean, you're not going to respond to him. Okay, so that's simple enough. Now we just go here, when I receive and when I receive. And under here it's as simple as just doing the switch costume to 2.1 and switch costume to 2. So that's just a reaction, and then of course you just, after that, after this is clicked again, you just click, you just move on. So that's simple, and then again, we got the, well, we got variables too, so you can just create some more variables, keep my variable. You can even do if choice 1, you can also change my variable by 1, or we can rename it something else. Cat friendship. Closer with the little cat. So then, and then of course start the thing with it being 0, unless it's a save file, or save file, yeah. So then you go here, press play. This, I forgot to move that down. Should be like negative, we'll do 34. Negative 33. Actually, negative 24, that makes the distance. Yeah. So there, and hi. Hi, nice to meet you. But there's a problem. They stay. And that's really simple, just press hide. And just hide until you need it. Go there, here, hide. And then of course you want to hide the other one too. So when I receive, so you want to go, when I receive responded, also hide. And of course this is making a lot, but this is block coding, so of course you need all this. In actual coding, like I started to use Game Maker, and that you could just destroy sprites and things from other sets of code. But this you need to actually go and do a no response, and go and do hide. So now, if we go here, try to hit show, yeah, because you also need to show every single time. You want to do show at the start, because then it won't show if you hide it later in it. Because you just need some defaults at the very beginning. So now, hi, nice to meet you. And we go here, and okay then, because we didn't have this. Wait, what? Oh yeah, this is, I just forgot to do that, okay. Here, okay then. But we need one more thing. We can also do negative, because might as well just show more of a change. By -1. And then, if we go here and do change here, okay then. But if we want to see it, of course, you can always press show here, and then it will appear up here. So then if we go here and press hide, it goes up by 1. But if we press this, it goes down by 1. And then from there, doing branches are much more simple, because then you don't need to try to connect it there. You just do completely different branches instead of having 2 options in the main code like before in the tutorial. But it works pretty much the same. It's just switching costumes and then maybe switching a few things to the routes. But other than that, that's pretty much it. You can always find some other unique ways, because it's always nice to see more gimmicks and unique things, and especially more indie games. So yeah, have fun with this, and make sure to check out some of the other tutorials if you need help. Oh, and also the music videos, because those are fun to make. I'll see you next time.